Happy Saturday, or I suppose for most people it'll still be Friday evening. But yeah, let me just set this up. All right. So over the last few streams, we've kind of made we made this character in Blender Grease Pencil, and we made a little animation. I should have got this ready before I started, but hang on. Yeah. So this is the animation that we made with this character, and I'm really happy with it. I think it's looking pretty good. But here's the thing, right? So the method that I used to have the turnaround wasn't necessarily particularly good. So, well, no, I mean, it's fine, but I was talking to my dad about some different ways I could approach it, and now I want to make a new character just so I can test it out. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to design a character to go alongside this guy. Where I'm going to use this as the sketch. Cool. And I'm going to have a symmetrical point there. All right. Actually, before I go into drawing a front view, I actually need a design, don't I? So I'm just gonna hello Juan. Love you, love your job. Thank you. I love it too. Hello, Winter's Echo. Nice to have you here. Welcome back, level 99. Yeah, I've missed streaming as well. I've been visiting my family and getting my full driver's license, so I just haven't had a lot of time to stream. But I'm back. And we're making a new character because I feel like I've come up with a better way to approach rigging. Or it's just a slight development on the already new technique that I used for this original character. I don't know if I like the way this character's turning out. I haven't decided yet. How did visiting go? Yeah, no, it was really nice. It's nice to see my parents again. It's been all too long. Good morning, Sketchy. How you doing, mate? I'm doing well. How are you doing? It's nice to have you here. This is really tricky. I want this character to be unique and yet still like tie into the original character. Living a dream. I'm glad to hear it. Nice to have you here, Shaz Pisano. How do I do this? How do I approach this new character? So his jawline kind of went like this. But in this case, I think I want the cheekbone to be more visible. Something like that, maybe? No. Is that too much detail for the shape of the head? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm thinking the story for these characters is that they are both professors at a university, and there's some sort of story going off of that. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of rivalry. They're both up for, what's it called when a professor like can't be fired? They've got tenure. They're both up for tenure, and the university's only going to promote one of them. Is that how that works? I have no idea. Yeah, tenure. I don't think she should have circular glasses. If she has glasses, she should have, ooh, maybe these kind of glasses. Though I don't want it to look like too old. I want it to look a similar age to him. And I don't know, I feel like those glasses turn her from being, similar age to maybe even 10 years older. Hello, Lysias. Nice to have you here. You know what? It's going to be easier without glasses, and I'm not a huge fan of how that looks. So I'm just going to leave them off. Now, I had very distinctly thick eyebrows here, and I don't think I want the same exact eyebrows. But this is where it gets tricky, is when you're creating two distinct characters in the same art style, you got to figure out what aspects are just part of the character's design and what aspects are part of the shape design of the style in general. Because, like, do all the characters have super thick eyebrows? In which case, they'd probably look like this. And maybe that looks okay. But then, if the thick eyebrows of the original character was just part of his design, then I probably want to go like purposefully in the opposite direction and just have very narrow eyebrows. I don't like how that looks. That looks too generic. Maybe like this. Like very, very small eyebrows. I don't like how that looks either. I'll figure it out as I go. Okay, now I've made it go from like maybe mid-50s to like late 70s. Hang on. Maybe moving the glasses up will keep them looking young. That's a good idea. And maybe a different style of glasses. I think the half moon glasses are like, I don't know, they read as elderly people glasses. To keep a sense of youth, do you want the bangs or fringe or little hair framing her face? Yeah, that's what I've done in the little sketch underneath. Oh no, it's all on one layer. Ah, oh, that's annoying. Alright, but you can kind of see it here. It kind of looks like this at the moment. I think it's something like that. That was a bit rough, but the bald head throwing it off a bit. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if maybe the compression for you is making it even less visible than it is for me, but I've turned it down very low opacity. But basically, the hair looks something like this. You know, I think I am going to do thick eyebrows. I think that's part of the style, not just part of his character design. But they won't be quite as thick. And these glasses are going to be a pain to rig. But I shouldn't not add them to the design just because they're going to be a pain to rig. Also avoid the tired eyes. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely, at one point I had it like this, and that was a little too much. But I think I do want some smile lines. Alright, I need to design her body now. Now, he's wearing like a waistcoat, But I think I want her to wear, like, I don't know, a woolen vest. Is that what I'm thinking of? Something like this, which is kind of similar. Ah, wow. I don't think I had considered how difficult it would be to kind of figure out, like, when you design just one character, you can kind of just tweak it until you're happy. But the moment you design a second character, you need to balance making it look like they live in the same world, but still distinctly different, you know? Like, on one hand, I can't just have her head really small and a really big body, because then it would look like they come from two totally different universes. But at the same time, I don't want them to just be like a duplicate with different colors, you know? You know, maybe she would look more professional if she had like a ponytail or a bun. That makes her look like a schoolgirl. Makes her to look too young. Some sort of bun. No, I don't like that. I think she's gonna have her hair out like I had it. You know, again with the ear, he's got quite a distinct ear. And how similar does this need to be? Maybe she's got more of an earlobe. Kelly, thank you so much for your your generosity. It's much appreciated. No, this isn't for a motion comic though. Right now, I've been thinking about the way I rigged my last character, and before I make a tutorial on it, I want to experiment with a slight variation on the rigging. So I'm just making a new character. But yeah. Man, I really struggle with hair. Now, he doesn't really have any points in his hair, so maybe I should smooth that out a little bit. Like, have it like that. Yeah, I like that hair. That looks nice. again, I'm facing the same dilemma of what's a character design, and what's part of the style. For example, these arms on the first character taper outwards as they go down, and then he's got quite large hands. And the question is, do I need to do that for this character, or maybe I should have them taper inwards? Quite small hands. I'll experiment with it. Does your rigging method work with Auto Rig Pro? No, it doesn't. I've been trying to simplify my rigging method a little bit, especially for this last character, this one here. But and so it's not difficult to do, especially because it's 2D. There's like a lot less things that you need, a lot fewer features that you need to add into the rig in order to make it really usable. But I think I'm going to go a little more detailed with this character, just to try and find a middle ground between the way I was rigging characters previously and how I rigged this guy. Because she's female, you can have some liberty in the differences, I would think. Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, it's interesting because on one hand you want every character to be visually unique, but you also want there to be a stylistic tie between everyone. But then equally, like you're saying, you can have like larger differences when they're like different genders or, yeah, it's. I'm gonna try it out. Maybe she's wearing a jacket, or a cardigan. I don't like the way the jacket looks. How far is New Zealand from Australia? It's pretty far. It's called the Tasman Sea. Australia is definitely the closest country to New Zealand, but it is quite a distance away. But to give you a little idea, it's not so far that, for example, it's closer from New Zealand to the east coast of Australia than it is from the west than the west coast is from the east coast of Australia. She should also be wearing a suit as well. I don't know. I feel like because they're professors, they should have some freedom in their wardrobe, and maybe he just chooses to wear a waistcoat, and she prefers like a sweater vest. Is that the correct term? Does that look, I don't know, like real shoes? I think so. How's that look? No, that's too casual. She would have her shirt tucked in. Yeah, I think I'm glad that I chose to taper her arms inwards rather than outwards. Let me just experiment with a new hairstyle. If that's the middle, then it would look like this, and then this. And then should have some sort of I kind of like this. I'm feeling like this is good. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it creates something unique, kind of like this part does for him. So again, I think I want a slight variation. You like Samurai Jack sketchy? I've watched some of it. I don't think I've actually finished it, but I really like the art style. I think it looks really cool. Does that look good? I honestly can't tell. No, it doesn't. I like that a lot better. That looks really interesting. Should she have like a hair clip maybe? No, that's distracting. Now, right now, her neck is kind of floating, or rather her head is kind of floating and she doesn't have a neck. But she is wearing like a formal shirt, just like the other character. So I'm just gonna kind of just copy his design. Except she's not gonna wear a tie, she's gonna have some sort of, I'm gonna say, brooch. Does that make sense? I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I just need to delete everything from the old hair. Now it looks too, I don't know, flat. So I'm just gonna take this part and skew it up a bit. Trying to avoid any tangents. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. No. Yes. Alright. Start merging these down. Oh, actually, before I do, does she look better with or without the glasses? And I realized I forgot this part of the hair. There we go. In fact, that's going to go over the eyebrow. Yeah, I think I like that design. Except for one thing. I think I made her body too long. I just need to exaggerate this part. And now I just take the legs and stretch them up. Maybe her trousers go over her shoes and they're like bell bottom trousers. I think this eye is too far that way. Oh. That's better. Good morning, Zara. Nice to have you here. She somehow looks older without the glasses now. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean. Oh, man, it's going to be so painful to rig, but I'm going to do it anyway. It'll be fine. Oh, it shouldn't be too bad, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. She'll be right, as they say. Ah, I just realized that, at least as it pertains to the number of views that I'm going to get on the stream, I probably chose a pretty bad time, because in the rest of the world, it's evening on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh well, I'm still enjoying myself. Alright. Groovy potatoes. I don't like this arm because it's creating a tangent. 2 tangents. Oh yeah, that needs to change. Hang on. That looks better. Her wrist seems quite small. Is it her arm that seems big? I see. Like the lower arm. Yeah. I think I see what you mean. I mean, I do want it to taper in, but I think I need to make sure that there's this continuity here and here. I don't like how this looks. I think that's too bulky. Maybe she just has her sleeves down like a professional. And maybe they pop out like that. Now our arms are way too skinny. I think they need to actually taper properly. Like, I mean, too skinny in comparison to the other character. Alright, I think we're done with that sketch. Now where's the brush that I used to ink this other character? Here? That looks right. Unless it was another one. Which one looks more similar? They need to be the right size, hang on. Oh no, I don't think it was that one. It's too blotchy. It must have been this one. Yeah, I think so. It's fitting to provide your friend, your character a friend on Valentine's Day. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe the story is a little more romantic just because it's Valentine's Day. Although, you know, it's not Valentine's Day where I am. It's the 15th of February. Alright, let's ink this, shall we? Alright. That was pretty good. I think those smile lines are just too much detail. So I just can't add them in. Which is a shame, because I liked how they looked on the sketch. Maybe I can add them back in as like just a slightly darker shade of the skin tone, so that they're still visible, they're just not too noticeable. No. Just thinking about the colors. Now on this character, this little strip of hair down here is like grey, while the rest of his hair is brown. And I feel like I want to do something similar, but I don't want to add too much detail. Like maybe I can split this thing in half. You know, something like that. And one side is silver and the other side's colored. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I just do the same thing I did with him, where I just add some sort of separation here. But I don't want her to look like she's dyed it, you know? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe she's gone completely grey. Have I made her calves too big? Like, too stylized? I think I have. I think they just need to do this. Yeah, I think that looks better already. Though again, it's possible I've pushed it too far still. Maybe it needs to be like this. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Alright, I'm going to add a new layer for the glasses. See, that's an okay circle, but I don't like the line width. Gotta try again. Pretty happy with that. Why did that happen? Hang on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Gonna add some color. And what I mean by color is just the background, like just the white. So I'll select this. Nice. And I'll invert that. I'll fill it in. There we go. Look at that. Now I just need to make all the other views. Is she asymmetrical at all? I don't think she is. I think she's perfectly symmetrical. That's going to be really helpful. Because for this original character, I needed to make so many different views. Oh my goodness, okay. Just because his hair and his waistcoat wasn't symmetrical. Because even though this view here and this view here look similar, if you look at the hair, they're totally different. But with this character, I don't think she's gonna need so many views, so that's gonna be really helpful. Yay. Alright, I reckon... Do I draw a front view or do I just... I don't know. Yeah. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. I'm really happy with this design. I'm probably going to get some feedback from my old co-workers. See if I'm going to make any changes. You know, just looking at it again, I feel like he's got a massive head, right? But somehow he doesn't feel like he's a bobblehead. Whereas she does. I wonder if I shouldn't have tapered her arms like that. Maybe I should have them large hands like he's got. Sketchy, you ever tried to create a vector-style 2D character from a flat mesh by converting the mesh to grease pencil? Which doesn't seem to work in 4.3. I don't think I've done a lot. I haven't really done a lot of converting meshes to grease pencil. I don't really see the advantage of that either. Like, there are some really useful things you can do with converting meshes to grease pencil, but I don't think I would want to basically draw a character using a mesh only to then convert it to grease pencil when I could just draw it in grease pencil. So unless I'm misunderstanding something. That's beautiful, but I'm too late today, huh? Nah, yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna finish up, draw and animate. Nice to have you here, though. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this character. I was just saying that I feel like she feels like a bobblehead in a way that he doesn't, even though proportionally they're similar. They've got similar proportions, but I think her line work's a little thinner. I shouldn't have done that. Level 99, you always inspire me to work on my projects. I'm so glad. Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't work on my projects as much if I wasn't live streaming, so I'm glad that we have this mutually beneficial situation going on here. For you, it's easier to deal with a mesh, and grease pencil's a little more foreign. That's understandable, I suppose. I gave up trying to rig my character, though. I tried several times, and I'm not getting it, I guess. If I'm trying to do it with individual drawings. Right. If you have like something specific that you're running into and you're having trouble with, feel free to send me an email. You can find my email on the About section of my channel. You can just ask any questions you have. Hello, Rover. Here. Nice to have you here. Yeah. I think that's gonna be it for today. We've made a new character, and we're gonna rig her. Yeah. Alright, no problem, level 99. I'm glad to have you here. Is it just Godot that you use to make games, or do you use Unity and Unreal Engine as well? I'm really not much of a game developer, so but I have used all three. I've used Unreal, Unity, and Godot. I love Godot because it's open source, but they're all good tools. Yeah, it's good. All right, I will